Hi, everybody. Wait a minute. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the St. Mythbehavin podcast. I've got some good news if you enjoy listening to the podcast, and bad news if you don't, I guess. But then why would you be listening? Actually, none of that makes sense. Let's just continue on. The good news is that we will be returning at the end of January. Anna and I will be back on the airwaves, so to speak. New episodes starting the last Sunday of January and going ahead from there monthly, I think, for now. And then we might have a live show coming up in May. It's just very exciting. So look forward to more announcements on that. But thanks for hanging in with us. And I hope you're enjoying these Ain't Mythbehavin podcasts. And we will be back with you in January. But in the meantime, have a blessed day. Bye. Yes, I forgot to remind you that you're doing the intro. Did you remember on your own?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, great.
I mean, I haven't prepared anything.
Okay, well then you didn't remember.
I did remember.
Well, you forgot the purpose of remembering then.
Well, no, I'd say that I've been very deliberate. Wanted to keep a sense of spontaneity. So
I see. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Welcome to Ain't Mythbehavin, the podcast about legends from people who are. I am your regular and professional host, Hannah Dominy, and I'm joined as ever by my disappointed father, Matthew Shadorn.
I am definitely not your father.
You're definitely disappointed, though.
I am a bit disappointed. Yeah. No, I'm never disappointed in you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Oh,
Anna.
Thanks.
I'm as happy to see you as one can be to see someone who isn't their friend.
Wow.
So.
Okay. / daughter. Sure.
Definitely not. I'd have to be 15 when you were born. I was 15 when you were born.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, you're from New Jersey. That's not that much.
That's
of
true.
A
I
stretch.
say that, and I knew multiple people who had babies at 15 in my
go.
high school. It was a very high teen pregnant rate. Not a great school. But
you're in fact their most famous alumnus, aren't you? So
I could possibly be their most famous alumni. Yeah. There was a girl I used to date who might be slightly more internet famous than me.
Oh.
She has her own Wikipedia page.
Well, you should get back in touch and see if she'll promote the podcast.
No, that was a very poor breakup.
Oh.
So it would be best if we never get in touch again.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
talking of tales that are untold, have you done anything legendary this week?
Oh, have I ever? Well, this is part of the ongoing saga of Matthew Shadorn, the world's greatest father. Because the other day, Alice said one of her coworkers was like, "You're so lucky to have a man that is so supportive, or a husband that is so supportive of you." And she was like, "I guess, like, I don't know." I was like, "Wait, I'm getting credit here. I don't have to work, and somehow I'm the hero here.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Society, thanks,
Men
I'll take
get
it." But
all the cookies.
it is so sad. I'm like, every time it happens now, I'm just like, society sucks. The fact that I'm getting any credit for what's happening, watching the baby. I mean, I'm frankly, I'm starting to feel like I'm not very good at it because he's been very upset lately. But I think that's mostly because he's been dealing with teething really a lot, and so he's been very fussy, and he had a bit of a cold. But yeah, I don't.
But none of that sounds like anything that it was your fault.
No,
Like,
no.
you
But
know, maybe if you'd married someone related to you, you could have had a baby with less teeth. But that's not how it works, is it?
Her fault. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. He's fine. Yeah, but I think it's funny that just the level of like
Credit
praise that Alice gets,
Yeah.
that I get, and then Alice gets for like, what a great husband you have, and that she has to come home to like this, and I'm like, and like for her in her head, she must be like, you have no idea. He's a monstrous human being. He's just like, he smells bad. He doesn't shower very much.
Hey, but enough about the baby.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah.
But yeah.
So was that your legendary thing? Just existing, scraping off Alice, and therefore smashing the patriarchy?
Well, yeah, I'm destroying the patriarchy by flipping regular gender roles.
And
yeah,
yet still just, taking credit for a woman's labour, essentially.
Pretty Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'm still, because she still breastfeeds the baby. She's still up with him every night.
To be fair, that
Like,
you can't do that.
I cannot do that. And also, she also works 5 days a week, which is also something I cannot do because I'm incapable of. I am what is technically known by the Department of Labor as unemployable. I am. It's a technical distinction that very few people get it, but I've got a little certificate.
Nice.
Anyways.
Wait, wasn't that your marriage certificate?
Oh, yeah. Hey. Thankfully, I'm not unlovable because my wife takes care of me.
According to at least one person.
Well, yeah. Well, according to me. I mean,
All
the
right.
other people think that I'm taking care of her somehow. Somehow I'm the
Yeah.
one, like, being the great hero here. I'm not. I'm just the guy who's like, I don't know. I'm like the little fish that hangs alongside a great white shark and just eats the little bits that fall out of the shark's mouth
Oh,
and is just
yum.
happy to have it.
Yum.
Anyways.
What a beautiful image. Thank you for
I know. That's love right
Ugh.
there. That's love. Anna, have you done anything legendary, heroic lately?
I'd say so on behalf of, the whole workers in the country because I double quit my job yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yay. We're all proud of you.
thank you. Yeah, it's been a journey. I quit like over a month ago, but my notice period was 2 months. And I just didn't really see the point of me being there anymore. And I was taking days off sick all the time. So I was like, I don't think this is working. And they were like, yeah, fair enough, you can go. So
Right.
yeah, it was not quite the, and don't let the door hit your ass on the way out kind of moment. We were all
Right.
very civil. And so I didn't feel like I was sticking it to the man too much. Also because like the work that my organisation does is very important and necessary and I still care about it.
Right.
But nevertheless, so in a way it was even more brave to put myself first, because I had the weight of this moral expectation on top as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was me being
You're so brave.
sarcastic. You
Right.
don't
No, I
seem
get it.
convinced.
I get it. I mean, like, it was, yeah, I think you did the right thing. It was stressing you out. It was probably, they probably made the assessment that having you continue to work was pretty much the same as you not being there. So,
Yeah, that's the key
But-
with this kind of scenario is make yourself dispensable.
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm glad that you're out of there.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I know you had high hopes about that job, but oh well.
You're just pleased that we're going to get to hang out all the time, aren't you, though?
Yeah, guys, we're going up to weekly.
No,
now.
don't announce
The
it. You
fucking-
can't announce it or it'll be true.
I'm announcing it.
Oh,
I'm making
God.
it. I'm putting that out in the universe.
No. Fortunately, we still have no subscribers, so no one's going to
I
hold
guess
us
so.
to that.
Maybe once they hear about the weekly thing. Anyways.
It's a chicken
I don't
and
know how
egg
they would do that.
situation because, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about someone more legendary than either of us. Who is the subject of your traversing's in history of myth and legend this month, Matthew?
Great. Yeah. Okay. That was quite a traversing. It took us a while.
Well,
to get there.
that's the job of a host is to segue back into the actual topic at hand.
And you've done
I
it.
did it poetically.
Right. So yeah. So this.
Do you want me to ask more succinctly, and then you can choose and edit in whichever one is your favorite?
Let's just get on with it. Anna, this mythology is probably the most recent mythology that we've ever tackled.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Are we talking 500 BC?
We're talking 1960
What?
AD.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we're talking about the
Is
1960s.
it Area 51?
No, this is the myth of Xenu.
Right.
Do you know Xenu?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Completely
Well,
ignorant.
all right. Well, this is a bit of a creation myth.
That's very recent to be a creation myth.
Yeah, it's a pretty well. It tells it's a creation. It's only recently uncovered,
Right.
but it is about the distant
beginning
past.
of time. Okay.
Yeah, but this is only this is a mythology that's new and fresh, and from it's ripped from today's headlines.
Today?
So no.
Oh, today
So,
if we were in 1961,
This
did
is
you say?
1960,
Right.
62, I think.
Okay.
Actually, I meant to look that up right because I was like, oh wait, the exact date somewhere.
And I'm taking a wild stab in the dark here. Are we talking 1960s USA?
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, that's a topic on which I'm not surprised about to hear that.
Yeah. So this is from 1967,
Okay.
right in the midst of the Vietnam War, and I don't know, we have to.
Hey,
cue
you were there.
some
Tell me
food
more.
song. I was. Oh yeah. Okay, fuck you. You know what? That's not fun. No, I was not. This was
Sorry.
the number I'm going to say
See,
now
my
is very
actual
sad.
dad
It's
was
small.
born in 1958, so, it's a mark of
Yeah.
respect that I think you were around then, really, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's not. You're just insulting me.
No, the thing is,
was-
I know that you're around 40, and in my head, it's still like 2005. So, like 40
Right.
years ago, like people think that 40 years ago was like the 1960s, and it was actually the 80s.
Right. Yeah,
So-
it was. Which is one of the sad things. It's one of those things, like, sometimes you'll see, like, a meme where it was like, oh, when they made that 70s show in the 90s, if they made a similar show that was as far back,
It would be about the 90s.
it would be like it would be about the 2000s or
Yeah,
something like that.
fuck.
It's insane. Or like
Wow.
if Marty McFly went back the same amount of time
Yeah.
as he did in Back to the Future from now,
Yeah.
he would be going to like 1996 or something
Oh
like that.
my
Like it
God.
would be going back in time to stop the death of Kurt
Princess
Cobain.
Diana.
Oh no, Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
If you can save one person, you're gonna save Princess Diana and not Kurt Cobain.
Princess Diana. That's what you said.
I said princess.
You said
Thank you.
twincess.
No, I said princess, and I'm going to make sure that in the audio of when I did it, I'm going to drop in the word princess. Anyways, Xenu.
Uh-huh.
So Xenu was the ruler of the Galactic Confederacy
Okay.
75 million years ago.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So at least we're
and-
not like young earthing it here in this myth.
No. Yeah,
that's
we're not. There's no flat Earth here. This is all founded in science.
Great.
This is based in
what we like
science.
to
This
hear.
is all. Yeah, like this is all like checked and double checked.
Excellent. We are a very well researched podcast, so that's what I'd
It is.
expect.
So the Galactic Confederacy, you might ask, what is this?
Oh, yeah,
Galactic?
well,
you know,
What is the
you know about
Galactic
the Galactic. Do you not know?
Confederacy?
Okay, I thought you'd at least know what the Galactic Confederacy was. So the Galactic Confederacy.
They're really just, shaming my ignorance here.
It's fine. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this. There's a big reveal at the end. You're gonna really enjoy
Oh,
it.
can't wait.
The Galactic Confederacy consisted of 26 star systems and 76 planets, and was founded about 95 million years ago. So it's been going on for 20 million years
Right.
strong. Now that Xenu is, I don't know if
Really?
Xenu is 20 million years old and he had founded it,
Right.
but Xenu is the
So
ruler now.
Xenu's a guy.
Yes, he's called Lord Xenu, so I assume he's a dude.
Okay.
So,
Because Lord is not
Anyways.
a gender neutral title.
it isn't. No. Except for the singer Lord, but it's spelled,
Spelled
differently.
different,
Yeah. I think, or it's possible that that Lord Xenu's race is of gender's just a different kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of,
You didn't look up Lord Xenu's genitalia.
I didn't. I should have Googled Lord Xenu genitalia.
With
and
safe
then seen
search
what-
on, I think.
Oh no, you turn that safe search right
Oh,
off, or else you're not gonna get the good stuff. You gotta go right to DeviantArt and see what's up with Lord Xenu's penis, or penises.
Penile, yeah, for sure.
Penises. The planets of the Galactic Confederation were way overpopulated. There was about 250 billion people per planet.
Oh my god.
Or it says, or an average of about 178 billion, which that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so if you do that math, 76 planets, 2.5 billion per planet,
Wait, 2.5
170.
billion? I thought you said
No,
it was
wait.
250 billion.
250 billion, or 178 billion. So if you say
Right.
76 planets times 178 billion is a lot.
Yes.
I didn't do that math.
No, fair enough.
But it's something
It's a
like
lot of people.
90, say 90, 100 billion.
And like, was this all like people on land, or were they like fish people on these planets? Because like a lot of like our planet, you probably couldn't fit that many people on unless like they could breathe underwater. Or...
You could maybe fit that many people, but you'd need some real advances in technology.
Yeah.
So you're giving this Malthusian view of population growth that I think is perhaps an outdated
Are you accusing me
View.
of eco-fascism?
which leads to ecofascism. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
No, but like, come on, like, at some point you're gonna run out of space. That's not that's not fascist. That's just geometry.
That's mathish.
Yeah.
Mathism is saying that you're going to run out of space. Fair. I think 178 is probably too much for even this planet.
Yeah.
For this planet. So anyways, the Galactic Confederacy civilization was comparable to our own, with aliens, quote, walking around in clothes that looked very remarkably like the clothes we wear this very minute. That is to say, this very minute of the 50s and 60s.
Flares and just all kinds of groovy garms.
Yeah, or like fedoras, and
Yeah.
every man's wearing a suit. suit, and that's every lady in a dress,
or
that kind of thing.
miniskirt.
Very strict gender roles in 75 million years ago.
Fair enough. That they wouldn't have had the suffrage movement by then.
No, are you kidding me? So they were also using cars and trains and boats that looked exactly like those circa this period on Earth.
So it's a bit like Star Wars, where it's like a long, long time ago, and yet somehow quite futuristic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's actually like a long, long time ago and it's quite modern.
Yeah.
Not even futuristic.
Yeah, I guess,
it's just like, it's like if you went back to Star Wars and everybody was driving instead of like flying in spaceships.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But they did have spaceships. So Xenu was about to be deposed from power.
Oh, okay.
So he devised a plot. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how Xenu got to power.
Right.
This is not part of the story.
Okay, so we don't know his birth,
this is
origin story. He's just there.
This is, so Xenu exists fully formed, much like Athena from the head of Zeus.
Okay.
Created full cloth. This stuff might be out there, but it's a higher level of information than I have access to.
Right. Wait. When you say that, do you mean like the CIA's classified files that you can't access?
This is higher than the CIA. We'll get into it, but it's a thing that like I was lucky to get the information that I had.
Wow.
And it's a bit piecemeal as it is, and this is all like I was legit on a lot of this came from WikiLeaks. Also regular Wikipedia, but also some from WikiLeaks.
Okay.
But,
Wow, this is our most groundbreaking episode.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, okay.
So Xenu was about to be deposed from power, so he devised a plot to eliminate the excess population from his dominions.
Oh, that's...
So I guess he's like...
Quite fascist.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's an intergalactic overlord. I mean, I think... Or interplanetary overlord. I think he's still just the one galaxy. With the assistance of psychiatrists, he gathered billions of citizens under the pretense of income tax inspection. So I don't know...
Which is the big event of the day, like, oh, I'm just going to line up to show them my tax returns.
Yeah. Also, why are psychiatrists involved in the taxes? Like, why is that? So we're going to need you to lay down on this couch and tell us all about your taxes.
Yeah, maybe it's like he reverse psychology them. Maybe that's what the psychologists advise. Like, tell people not to do their taxes, and then they all showed up.
Yeah. This isn't in the text, but I think what it is that psychiatrists, from other texts I've read, I think it's that psychiatrists are the most evil people.
Oh, okay.
And the most unscrupulous individuals.
Right.
That you could possibly find. So they would be, if you were like, I'm going to go do a genocide, you would just go and you would just open up the directory of psychiatrists.
Psychiatrists are like, sign me up.
Oh, finally, I can stop listening to these losers whine about their problems. God, yes, genocide.
Oh my God.
So they gathered billions of citizens under the pretext of a tax inspection, then paralyzed them and froze them in a mixture of alcohol and glycol.
Okay.
Which not only immobilized their bodies, but also captured their souls.
Wow. So, powerful stuff.
Yeah. Much like a smooth Sade song will also capture your soul.
Good topical reference.
Thank you. That is from 1967. Giving them the big hits of the 80s. Sade with Smooth Operator.
That was an excellent... Yeah. That was the best impression I've heard you do ever. You should stick to that rather than British accents.
Should I?
Yeah.
How about then he paralyzed them and froze in a mixture of glycol and alcohol, which not only mows their bodies but also captured their souls.
There you go. But you should do all the podcasts in this voice, and then maybe we'll double our listenership.
That's gonna be that's the smooth voice I use for the sleeping podcast that I do.
You do a sleeping podcast?
No, I don't. No. Would you listen to a sleeping podcast if I did it? Write in, folks, if you would.
We're on mythbehavinpod@gmail.com. There is no G in behavin, but there is in Gmail.
Yes.
There we go.
So let me know if you'd listen to if my voice would put you to sleep and you think that that's something that you would like. Let me know. So he froze all these people, froze billions of people. This is like, this plan, I don't get it. Like, for me, it seems like a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never committed a genocide.
But you think this would be a lot of effort?
It seems like it's a couple extra steps.
Okay.
But let's see the plan through, okay?
Right.
So the kidnapped populace was loaded onto spacecraft for transport to the site of extermination.
Now I see why that's too much effort. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna, like, presumably what was the stuff as well as alcohol? Glycol.
Alcohol and glycol.
If you're gonna spray everyone with glycol and then transport them, surely it'd be a lot more efficient just to spray them with gas and kill them there. Although then I guess you wouldn't have their souls. But their souls might be easier to transport than the bodies.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought this through.
I don't think it was really thought through that much. Also, I think that if you are trying to kill them, once you froze them, you could just push them over and they would shatter. So. But I'm not a freezing guy. That's not my area of expertise.
Okay. That wouldn't be your chosen method either.
So the frozen people were transported to the planet of Teegeeack.
Okay. What planet were they on when they died?
Well, they were on 76 different planets.
Oh, I see. Okay.
With an average population of 1.7 or 178 billion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
People. Yeah. So there are a bunch of different planets that we don't have time to go into the names of and are not listed anyway, so don't worry about it.
Thanks. Okay. And they were all transported to one.
They were transported to this this abattoir planet of Teegeeack, I guess.
Okay. The abattoir planet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what this one's going to turn into soon.
Yeah. So they were transported in ships that looked like Douglas DC-8 aircraft, like modern day Douglas DC-8 aircraft.
Right.
But they had rocket engines instead of regular propeller engines.
Right. Okay.
So, but they looked like they just look like a regular airplane, but rockets. So you imagine that. It's easy to imagine, right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
That's the great thing about this myth. It does a lot of the imagining for you, and you don't have to do a lot of thinking about it. This was great.
I mean, that might have been the most thrilling ride of those people's lives. It's just a shame they were unconscious for it.
They were frozen for the whole thing. Do you think they were conscious in the frozen bit? I don't know.
Oh, well, like a coma.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Wait, do you think people are conscious in a coma?
Yeah. I've read lots of...
Really?
Well, I say I've read lots of it. I'm sure I've read books where it's like people are just in comas and they're like thinking and they're feeling pain, but they just can't move or talk.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Well, enough of that existential horror. So when they reached Teegeeack, paralyzed citizens were offloaded and placed around the bases of volcanoes across the planet.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so they'll line them up.
Yeah.
I like to imagine they lined them up. They were like in big ice cubes and they lined them up like dominoes. And one guy was just like, I'm just going to knock one over.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, Lord Xenu's going to be really mad. He's like, yeah, whatever. We're going to blow these guys up anyways.
And it goes
So,
around the volcanoes
goes around the volcano.
The kind of Rube Goldberg machine where the domino wall makes like fun pattern stuff go swirly so.
Yeah. He's like, no, don't worry. When it falls over, it spells out, we love Lord Xenu. And he's going to really like this. He's going to be glad he didn't freeze us, right? So then once they were placed around the volcano bases, hydrogen bombs were then lowered into the volcanoes and detonated simultaneously.
Wow.
Killing all but a few aliens.
Right. Well, they wouldn't have been aliens. They would have just been people on their planet, I guess.
But they were on Teegeeack now, so they're all aliens.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So
they're all no matter where they're from.
What was the point of using volcanoes? Because surely the nuclear explosion would have been enough to kill them. Do you need added like lava and probably making the whole geology of the area much less stable?
All right, but let me answer your question with a question.
Okay.
If you could kill people with a nuclear bomb and a volcano, wouldn't you do that?
Well,
I mean, wouldn't that be cooler?
I guess.
I mean, come on. I mean, I imagine everybody who's ever built a nuclear bomb has been like, man, I bet it'd be cool to put one of these in a volcano. I imagine that's half your day when you build nuclear bombs. Like, oh, I wonder what would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool to put one of these at the bottom of the ocean and see what happens? Or like, what if we put one in the Grand Canyon? Like, what would happen? Oh, it'd be fun. Anyways.
And this is why you will never be given the nuclear codes. I mean,
yeah, that's
one of the reasons why.
I don't know. Yeah, fair. I don't think I should have the nuclear codes. Well, actually, I think I should because I would never use nuclear weapons except for fun reasons, like to like
see what happens if you put one in a volcano. Yeah.
I think I was like, guys, let's get rid of all our nuclear weapons by doing cool shit with it. All right, come on.
The world's most dangerous firework display.
What if we put a couple on the moon and blew them up at the same time?
Oh no! If you put nukes on the moon, then you would also take out all the billionaires that live in there. So.
Oh, what a shame. So they killed all the people with the nuclear bombs and the volcanoes. Okay.
I'm following so far.
It feels like this is a very like we want to make sure we just have to do this the one time. So let's just be really thorough.
Yeah.
Let's just put them like the nuclear weapon and then also the volcano. Like lava.
I see.
Also helps. Yeah, maybe that's it.
And this was all so that people wouldn't think he was a terrible leader.
I guess.
Seems like he's digging his way trying to dig his way out of a hole and just digging further into it.
I mean, I assume, and this isn't in the text, but it says like, because it's something about like, fighting dissent, and it was just like, but I guess the people that he blew up were the people
enemies.
who were his political enemies, or like, but at that point, I don't know, it seems like you would alienate a lot of people who were like, wait, that was my friend, why'd you blow him up?
Yeah, not to mention alienating the people that he sent to a different planet.
Right,
well,
they're
them
dead,
into aliens.
Yeah, that's the worst. So the now disembodied victims' souls, which are called Thetans, were blown into the air by the blast.
Oh, okay. So he was multitasking with these nukes.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: is their souls are still out there, right? Mm-hmm. So Xenu also has a plan for this.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Is there a big net to catch the souls?
No, that's silly.
Oh, sorry. I'll try and be more sensible.
Thank you. They were captured by Xenu's forces using an electric ribbon.
Oh, wait, so basically a net. Come on.
No, it's an electric ribbon, which is a type of standing wave.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Fine.
Thank you. All right.
I sit
it's
corrected.
It's a real science thing, except for not your made up soul nets.
Okay, sorry. I don't think it
All
is.
right.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. A standing wave is a real thing.
Right.
But it's a type of, I don't know, wave. That it's physics. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. It's not my. All right. I asked Alice about it, and she's like, "That's a real thing." And I was like, "Okay."
Fair enough.
And then they were sucked into vacuum zones around the world.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. All checks out. Very scientific.
Yeah. Yeah. So they vacuumed up the souls using the electric ribbon, and then the whole thing.
Don't let what's his name? Don't let Dyson hear about this. It would have been good if I'd remembered his bloody name, wouldn't it? I'll go again. Say the vacuum thing.
I don't know what I said. What did I say?
You said the souls were vacuumed somehow.
Anyways, I'm not gonna
say it again.
So their souls were sucked into vacuum zones around the world.
Don't let James Dyson hear about this technology.
Great. Why?
Well, I don't know. He seems like quite an evil dude, so.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
He would probably put that to nefarious uses.
Do you think in the Dyson factory there's like a laboratory like way down in the sub basement that's like the soul vacuum laboratory?
Almost certainly.
How is working my soul vacuum going?
Yes, almost certainly. I mean, I have a Dyson Hoover because it is just better than any other Hoover I've had, but I still regret that I've given him my money.
Yeah, I got one. I'm not impressed by it. It's always like doing weird things and like I don't know.
Trying to get your soul?
A little bit. I feel like I got a little bit of my soul.
See, I found that Henry Hoover took my soul because it was just so much effort to like move the Hoover around the house. Whereas with the Dyson, it's like nice and light, so it's just less of a nightmare to operate, I find.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all right. I mean, I find that it keeps getting clogged up on me, but that just might be like the level
You're just
of dirt
that
on
dirty,
my floor. Yeah, that might be my fault. It might not be. Like I've reached the limit of the Dyson. Like it was never meant for. Like if I called, they'd be like, "It's not meant for industrial use. What did you vacuum an entire like hotel?" And I'd be like, "No, it's just my one house.
Dirty house.
Just the downstairs, really." Anyways, so the hundreds of billions of captured Thetans were taken to a type of cinema.
What?
Where they were Yeah.
I thought you were mispronouncing incinerator for a second.
No. Nope.
What?
No, movie theater?
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were...
Okay.
Interesting. Why?
So they were taken to okay, hold on a second. Where they were forced to watch a, quote, where they were forced to watch a, quote, 3D super colossal motion picture, unquote, for 36 days.
Oh my god, that is a long time.
This implanted what is termed various misleading data into the memories of the hapless Thetans.
Right.
Okay. Which has to do with God and the devil, space opera, etc. So it implanted in the Thetans like all of like religion and all kinds of like society and blah blah blah. Like everything we hate about society. Whatever. It's all in there.
Right. From this propaganda film.
So this included
This is a very complicated plan.
I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it does feel like extra steps. It does feel like, I don't know, like if you can capture the souls, why don't you just put them in some kind of containment unit, all of the Ghostbusters? Mm-hmm. You know, like why bother doing this?
Subject them to further torture.
Also, like what happens if you let the souls go? Like also that doesn't like no heaven for you, says Lord Xenu. So it doesn't really say what would happen if the souls just kind of were left to their own devices.
Right.
If they just be like, well, that sucks, but I'm dead now.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? So
But how are they taking in this film if they're just souls with like no eyes and ears?
I guess they were forced to sit in chairs.
Okay.
It's like a movie theater. Do you not get that? It's like a movie theater,
Yeah.
right?
Right. But
And then
but how
there's like a screen.
Yeah.
You remember movie theaters?
I do.
know it's probably been a couple of years since you've been to a movie theater.
I last went last summer 2020 because someone who I trusted told me it was safe and privately hired a cinema just so I would spend time with them. I'm not going to name names, but it was you.
It was me. Well, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for keeping my name anonymous. Yeah. Okay. That was the last time you went to the movies.
Yeah. Because then it got bad again, didn't it?
That's true. Yeah. I've only been to there's a Thursday morning baby club that I go to where like it's a special screening for just people with kids under 1.
Yeah.
And I go to that because there's usually
when the babies are crying, no one hears you crying. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's why you go.
Everybody, or they think it's the baby, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
that baby's cry sounds a lot like a 40-year-old American man.
Yeah. Why is that baby's cry so full of existential despair? And it's weird that is the only word the baby knows is why. Yeah. So it's just it's like, I don't know. So it's very sparsely attended. So
that's good. Nice and safe.
Pretty safe. So yeah, you can come now that you don't work.
Oh, God.
So
yeah.
you can be my +1. Yeah, so it's just a movie theater, and I don't know. It's just they just sit in the movie theater.
Souls.
And for souls. All right.
Oh, that sounds like the Curzon. Oh wait, that's a movie theater for our souls.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to be funny and suggest that, like, a hipstery pretend independent cinema is like not a good thing. Just cut it. It's fine.
I'm gonna cut that out. Yeah, that's gonna cut out. Okay. So
it was wordplay. It was sass, but the sassiness was just kind of misdirected.
Okay.
I guess.
So this quote various misleading data included all world religions, Roman Catholicism, and the image of the crucifixion are specifically attributed to the influence of Xenu.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Fair enough.
They get singled out, but it feels like whoever discovered this had a bit of an axe to grind. But anyway.
We should invite them on. Be like, what's your problem with Christianity? Because here's ours.
Yeah, there were 2 implant stations on different islands.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't do this all in one location.
That would have been a really huge. Well, I guess how big does this cinema need to be? Because souls presumably don't take up any space.
I know. I mean, because 1,000 angels can dance on the head of a pin, right?
Right.
So it's like how many?
Yeah. Thetans.
So in addition to implanting new beliefs, the Thetans, the images deprived them of their sense of personal identity. So when the Thetans left the projected areas, they started to cluster together in groups of a few thousand, having lost the ability to differentiate between each other.
Okay.
Each cluster of Thetans gathered into one of the remaining bodies that survived the explosion.
Oh, right. Okay. So like a kind of one body with many personalities?
Yeah, like a bunch of really sad souls.
Okay.
Stuck in it.
I can see why you relate to this narrative.
I thought this was relatable content.
One guy with many sadnesses. I feel seen.
Oh my God, this is me. This thing. These became known as body Thetans, which are said to be still clinging to and adversely affecting everyone, except the people who perform the necessary steps to remove them.
What are the necessary steps? Hang on. So whoever made up this myth has a thing with psychiatrists. Like, doesn't like them, and yet is trying to suggest that we have psychological issues that need addressing.
Right.
Okay.
So
is it like an alternative?
Yeah.
Alternative therapy.
I want to reveal this in a minute.
Okay.
But this is pretty great. But I just want to finish off with Xenu because you're like, what happened to Xenu? That was the guy we were talking about. Members of the Galactic Federation eventually rebelled against Xenu, fighting him over 6 years. A government faction known as the Loyal Officers finally overthrew Xenu and his renegades and locked him away in, quote, an electronic mountain trap. From which he has not escaped.
Wow, that's a cool cave in that mountain. Oh shit, I'm stuck here.
Yeah. Although the location of Xenu is sometimes said to be the Pyrenees on Earth.
Right. Of all the planets.
Yeah, it's actually that is not where Xenu is. That is in fact actually a Martian report station.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So when in the south of France or the north of Spain, please visit the Martian report
I'll
station.
try. I mean, we were gonna go to Lourdes, right, as part of our big tour. So
it's just pop over.
Yeah, it's very nearby.
But he is in fact in prison on a planet that is today is barren desert.
Okay, which
within
do we know the name of it?
We don't.
Okay.
Within the mountain trap of this unnamed world, Xenu still lives. Ooh. I know. That's right. That was part of this thing. It was October. I wanted to do a monster.
I see.
So Teegeeack
Yeah.
was subsequently abandoned by the Galactic Confederacy.
Okay.
And remained a pariah, quote, prison planet to this day.
Wow. I mean, I guess, like, you know, there'd be a lot of, like, uranium and stuff around, so it wouldn't be very pleasant to be on.
Right. And although it suffered repeatedly from incursions from alien invader forces since that time, Teegeeack is also not the name of the planet anymore.
Oh.
Now the planet is known as
Earth.
Earth.
Oh my god.
It was Earth all along.
Oh wow.
It was Earth.
Oh my god. I see. I can see why you were excited to get there.
Yeah. So this all happened here on Earth, right? Well, I mean, I guess that's
Mind
because
blown.
I guess you could have, I guess you could have figured that out because it mentions Roman Catholicism, and that's not going to be on another planet.
Wow.
That'd be quite a coincidence if there was another planet with Catholicism.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you know, maybe Jesus visited lots of planets.
yeah, maybe. Yeah. So we live on Teegeeack, and we are constantly being invaded by body thetans at all times.
That's what that was.
Yeah, so that's why you're sad.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So you say, like, what are the necessary steps I need to do to remove
Is it
body thetans?
pay someone a lot of money somehow? That's my wild guess.
Yes. There
Whoa,
is
who'd have thunk?
an extremely altruistic religious community
Uh-huh.
that will
Aren't they
take
all?
for a nominal fee will do something called auditing.
Right.
And the auditing will remove the body thetans from your body.
Phew. Hang on, is this Scientology?
This is Scientology.
Oh, cool.
That was the big reveal.
Oh, okay.
It's Scientology.
See,
This
when
is
you brought the money factor in, it was like, hang on, this does sound a bit familiar.
Yeah. In addition to getting your body thetans removed, you might get to meet Tom Cruise.
I was about to say, have you got special guest John Travolta for this week?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirstie Alley. No, yeah, so this is Scientology. This is the creation myth of Scientology.
Okay.
And you're like, gee, Matt, if I knew this about Scientology going in, I might not give them a bunch of money to hold on to tin cans while I reveal all my secrets to them.
Yeah.
And also, you're like, why haven't I heard this before? It seems like Scientology is kind of a big deal. So, but the problem is, in order to get this information, you need to reach what is called operating thetan level 3.
Okay.
Which means you have to go through many years of auditing,
Right.
which is like to
Brainwashing.
eventually, yeah. And when you reach OT level 3, after, going through this auditing and handing over conservatively $50,000 or something in that ballpark, yeah, you are taken into a room and given a manila envelope.
Okay.
And in this envelope is the handwritten note of L. Ron Hubbard
Right.
explaining the Xenu myth.
Okay.
And explaining why we have thetan and why they need to be audited out of us.
Right. And so is this all, has this all come to us from someone who did it and then, got out? Or,
Yeah.
was sponsored by, I don't know, some charity to spy on them, I guess?
No. Yeah, so this is people who have left the church
Yeah.
after time, and they've revealed this stuff, and some of this stuff. So, legitimately, some of this has been given to WikiLeaks.
Right.
And official church documents have been given to WikiLeaks and other reporting sources.
Yeah.
And this information has gotten out. Because, yeah, I mean, there's a great documentary called Going Clear. Going Clear is a term within Scientology of, when you remove all the thetans from your body and you go clear, suddenly you have total control over your body.
Oh, okay.
You have absolute total recall of every moment of your life, and even moments of past lives. You have,
Right.
you have mental powers. You can do anything physically. Injuries heal,
Sure,
instantly.
Sure.
Any maladies that you have are just zip zap gone.
Okay.
Right. So
And
that's
how
what
much does
Going
that
Clear is.
cost?
Oh, you couldn't afford it.
Okay.
If you got to ask it again. Yeah, so Going Clear is a documentary, is also a
Right.
documentary that I think was on HBO. I don't know where I've seen it a couple times, and it's fascinating look into. But there's one, I think it's
there's a Hollywood screenwriter named Paul Haggis who was in Scientology for a long time. Yeah.
Is he Scottish?
He's stuffed with sheep gut. No, I don't know. He's just American. Oh, I think he's Canadian. So there you go.
There you go.
Basically Scottish. So he was talking about how when he reached OT level 3 and they gave him the documents, he was like, the fuck? He's like, he's like, I get it. He like galaxy brained it because he couldn't figure it out. So he was like, this is an insanity test. If I believe this, they'll kick me out. They're testing me to see if I'm insane.
Right. And it's actually, if you believe this, they know that they can get even more out of you.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing. I mean, there's a lot of like theory. So Scientology starts out, right? It ramps up. Like, I don't know if you've ever been anywhere where Scientology was like, they had a table and they were like, would you like a free personality test?
Right.
Or whatever. Like,
no, I don't think so.
And
I should, though.
Yeah, you should probably get a personality test. I don't know.
I
it's
have
one of those
questions about you, Anna.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, that you take the personality test, and guess
that's
what?
free, and then to get your results, it's like money, and then it's a pyramid scheme.
No, yeah, well, yeah, it's not even like you get your results. So your results are going to turn out. It's going to turn out. I'm just going to guess here that your personality test is going to say that you're pretty sad.
Okay.
And depressed.
Well, is that true so far?
Well,
so far, so good.
Which is like, you're like, actually, yeah, that's true. I hope this does not end up with you going and joining Scientology.
Well, then
You're
it'll
like,
be on
but
your
I am
conscience.
depressed. It will be. Oh, well. So they're like, hey, but you know what? Fortunately, we've got some classes you can take. Deal with that depression.
Yeah.
So maybe you take a couple classes. They're like pseudo-psychology classes. And then you start to like get involved in it. You take more classes and more classes. And you kind of move up. There's this ladder that you can move up. So you're like OT level 3 is actually like the 20th level.
Right, okay.
Right. And then there's like several of, I think it goes up to OT level 9.
Wow.
Something like that.
And at what point do they say it's Scientology? Like,
You know it's Scientology to begin with.
Right, okay.
But that you don't know this like space information.
Right.
You know about like what are called engrams, right? Which are like, so the idea behind it is
make lots of money. That's the idea behind it, really.
Yeah. But the theory behind the religion is that in your body in your mind there are engrams. These are tragic thoughts, and by talking them out in this auditing process, you can move them from your what's called your reactive mind, which is subconscious, to your active mind, which is your conscious. Once they're there, you can delete them, and then they don't bother you anymore.
Okay, delete.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like talk therapy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, and then it was gone. You know? Instead of like the regular talk therapy where you like deal with your issues and you realize, but in Scientology, it just disappears.
Yeah.
It evaporates,
Okay.
right?
Well, sign me up.
Yeah. So, and through this auditing process, you can go through, remember, every bit of your life. You can go back and back and back and back, up to and including your birth, and then even back to previous lives.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but the way that it works in reality is you go and you do the auditing. You tell these people all your secrets, all your pain, everything awful that you've ever done, everything that causes you pain, whatever. And then that's all recorded.
Okay. So they have that to blackmail you with.
Right. And then you feel good because you get the kind of high from being like, somebody was listening to me.
Yeah.
The attention. Somebody was listening to me. I got my problems out. I got to talk about myself. I do feel better. So you're like kind of always chasing that high.
Yeah.
But then the more insidious thing is that as you get deeper into the church, one of the things that they can do is they have all of your secrets.
Yeah.
Which you felt was confidential,
Yeah.
but actually was they just have on record.
Okay.
So that's how people get trapped in this. But then the other thing is that like once you're so deep into it that you get to the Xenu myth, you're just like, oh, okay. Like a lot of people are just like, they don't want to be fools.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay, I guess that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Otherwise I've dedicated my life to like incredible foolishness.
Yeah. And lost a lot of money.
And lost a bit of money. Yeah. So this was all the brainchild of L. Ron Hubbard, who was a science fiction author. And he was like, not even like, well, he was like a pulp writer, right? So he wrote a lot of he wrote for a penny a word.
Okay.
In the 40s, 50s. He was kind of a madman. He was a bigamist. He was an alcoholic, a meth head, or he did a lot of speed and shit.
Okay.
So he wasn't a great dude. I don't know how much you know about Scientology. I guess
Not well.
Not
I
much.
mean, you heard my ignorance. Not much.
Okay. But yeah, so they drag people in, they get, all this, it's very toxic. And then when you are out of the church or an enemy of the church, which
Everyone who isn't in it is,
yeah,
I guess.
is, yeah, you're what's called an SP, a suppressive person.
Oh.
And if you're a suppressive person, you are literally a lesser being than
Nice.
members of the church.
Okay.
And so it doesn't matter what happens to you.
Right.
And so they do some pretty dark shit.
Okay.
Like they will harass people, like former members who dare to speak out.
Right.
And all this stuff. So, and they have they'll make websites that are just like Paul Haggis who left. Like they're like, oh, there's a website called Paul Haggis is the liar or something like that.
Right.
And it's just all the shit that they have on Paul Haggis,
Yeah.
and they put it on a website. So, and yeah, and they, in fact,
I shouldn't have laughed at him then, because clearly then to go public about it, that was very brave of him.
yeah, I mean, the people who've left the church, good for them.
Yeah.
We're happy to see it, and especially the people who are now fighting against it. They didn't just left. They're just I'm helping.
People need to know about this bullshit.
People need to know about it. So yeah. But there's a lot of people who are working against Scientology now.
Is there a return of Xenu kind of threat? What is there any? Does Xenu play any further part in the religion?
Yeah. No. It's so weird. So because it's he made up this big story about Xenu.
Yeah.
And then it's just that's just the inciting incident.
Yeah.
And then it's just and then Xenu's just in that
irrelevant now.
prison.
Okay.
He's in that prison planet. Don't worry about it.
And with their axe to grind on the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Has that sort of, has anything come clearer about that?
No, well, I think that's just Hubbard's just assault on religion.
Yeah.
On other religions. I mean, there's the same thing with the psychology thing. So Scientology came out of this thing called Dianetics, which was this book that they did. There's this L. Ron Hubbard wrote this book in the 50s called Dianetics, which was kind of I am writing this science fiction-y book about how to become how to be better than because he was psychiatrists are scam artists. They just want to get your money.
Not like me.
Yeah, it's it's the classic megalomaniac thing where they're just projecting all the shit they're doing on other people.
Sure.
It's they just want your money.
Yeah.
They just want to just keep you talking forever and not really fix your problems, and just so you keep paying your money. It's whereas I didn't. I don't want to do that. I wrote a book. It costs $4 more than, originally $4. It's beats, paying $20 an hour to your psychiatrist.
Sure.
Right. In 1950s money.
Yeah.
So it's why don't you buy the $4 book and fix your brain rather than being milked dry by this psychiatrist jerk. So they're very much against psychiatrists. They think that psychiatry is pseudoscience.
Right.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, sure.
So basically anything you could say about Dianetics and Scientology, they would say about
Yeah.
oh, they're manipulating people. They're not things. There's actually there's a John Ronson book called The Psychopath Test.
Yeah.
You know John Ronson?
Yeah.
Investigative journal. They talked about how there's a kid in Broadmoor. Is it the big asylum here?
Sure.
I don't remember. But anyways, there's a kid. Maybe that's in Batman. I don't remember. Anyways, but he's in Arkham Asylum. There was some kid who got into a fight in Britain. This is in Britain. He's a British kid, and he said, "Oh, I'm crazy,"
Right.
because he didn't want to go to jail.
Sure.
But instead of doing 2 years in jail, now he's done 10 years in an asylum, because now he's trying to convince people that he's not insane.
Right.
And it turns out that once people think you're insane, it's difficult
To
to
prove you're
dissuade
not.
them of that.
Right, okay.
To prove you're not, yeah. And so
I'm not crazy.
they're the one who's crazy. It's I'm not a psychopath. I was just lying about being a psychopath.
Yeah.
And they'd be well, that's the kind of thing that a psychopath would do.
Yeah.
So you've it's a real catch-22.
Sure. Literally, because that is the whole.
It's kind of, yeah.
The whole premise of that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
carry on.
But
I was trying to make a very clever literary allusion there,
did.
and
I was, you know what?
you were
I was
stunned that I knew.
I was a bit stunned. I was wow. Does Anna actually know what the book Catch-22 is about?
I did.
That blew my brain.
I listened to it as an audiobook. because
Okay.
I could, and I only made it to the explanation of Catch-22, and then I kind of got a bit.
You're like, well, why am I still reading?
Yeah.
I know what this is about.
I know the reference now. No, I don't know. I got bored.
Well, okay. I don't know why I expected anything else from you.
I mean, today I dropped my phone into my dinner, so that should should set your expectations for my level of adulting.
Was it soup?
No, it was my burnt curry, so it wasn't too liquidy. If I'd cooked the curry
good.
properly, it might have been a disaster.
Good thing it was burnt,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Not so much liquid in there.
It's been quite the
But-
day.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, I'm sorry to attack you then. But anyways, part of like what this kid is, part of the people defending this kid are the Scientology, because it's within their interest to be like psychiatry is bunk.
Okay.
So, but the whole thing with Dianetics is like, oh, this is my new psychology.
Yeah.
Psychiatry. It works better than the old psychiatry. So old psychiatry is garbage.
And what
right?
do they
So
pretend that they're spending the money on?
They, I don't know, because it is very, like, it seems very clear that the church is like, so if you go to LA,
Yeah.
there is what's called the Celebrity Center, which it used to be across the street from the old UCB in LA.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to go see a show there, and I happened to see the Celebrity Center. So it is like this beautiful mansion on like a whole city block
Right.
that is just like beautifully manicured grounds, and just like, you're like, this just stinks of money.
Yeah.
Like it must be so expensive. And that's the thing, is like they have all this property.
Sure.
They have kind of fancy things. They have, I don't know, boats and shit. They have some kind of Navy thing. I don't know. They have this thing called the Sea Org, where you sign a 1 billion-year contract.
What?
And then basically work for slave wages,
Oh, wow.
like cleaning up and stuff in their different place. I don't know.
Okay.
It's yeah. And this, if you watch the Going Clear documentary, it's fucking nuts. The horrible things that they do to people
Great.
within their organization when they feel like they
Can't
need to
wait.
like be taught a lesson. It's like, okay, well, you've been bad about whatever, not paying dues, or maybe you're starting to drift away from the church or something. So they'll be like, okay, well, now you have to like clean floors with a toothbrush for like a year.
Wow.
You know, and
I feel like this could only happen in America, where you don't have like enough worker protections and stuff, and like you can sign a contract for 1 billion years, and it's like, well, can you afford a lawyer to help you with that? I don't think so.
it feels like more about, but it's also like, this is like religious work all over. Like, this is a thing that like churches do all the time,
Yeah.
like all faiths do, where it's just like, oh, they're just volunteering their time for the church. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, they should really just be paid. You're just like, you're exploiting people and their faith
Yeah.
to like get them to do free work, labor for you.
Yeah.
So the money, where does it go? I don't fucking know. I think it goes into the pockets of the people at the top.
Well, sure,
right?
but like, where are the people paying it told it was what I
They,
meant. But
oh, well, they are told. So the line of the church is like, oh, we have 10 million members. We have locations in every major city. We've got like thousands of locations and whatever. And then like people who've actually like gone through their books have found out like, actually they have a few thousand members.
Right.
They have a handful of locations across the country. Like, so they're
Yeah.
told like, oh, we're going to open a new Scientology center in Portland or
okay.
Pittsburgh or Berlin, you know,
Yeah.
but really it's like, they're not.
okay.
And or like they have all these locations, you know, where they're spreading the word, but they're not. And so yeah,
I
they're
feel like
not.
the whatever the US equivalent of HMRC should really be onto them.
So here's the thing. In the 80s, they were like, we're a religion. And the IRS was like, the fuck you are. You're a cult. And they were like, no, we're a religion. And the IRS was like, no, we're not. We're like, so they were like, why does the IRS get to decide what's a religion or whatever? Why do they get to make that decision?
Yeah.
And the IRS was like, whatever. So the Church of Scientology sued
Oh, of course.
every employee of the IRS
Wow.
personally.
Oh my god.
So they basically said, we're suing everybody.
Again, only in
the
America.
IRS. Yeah. And so what the IRS did is they were like, fine, if we give you nonprofit religious status, will you drop the lawsuit? And they were like, yes. And they were like, fine. And fucking, it's hilarious. Cause like there's all this footage in this documentary of like them making this announcement to, they're like, we're a nonprofit. There's like this big, auditorium full of people like, now all your donations are tax deductible. And people are just like flipping their shit and they're like screaming and like, yeah. And on the screen, there's this like the words, the war is over, keep flashing on the screen. And it's like people are just like, I'm like, holy Christ, what the hell is going on here? Like, this is like, people are so excited.
If the appeal is people are that excited to not pay tax, it is a surprise that they're not more popular,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
as the country drifts ever more right wing.
Well, yeah, but it's not even like that they're not paying taxes. Like they're not paying taxes on their
donations.
On just their donations, right? So that's like, hey, you can donate. Instead of like being taxed at 20%, you can donate 20% more to the church, huh?
Wow.
That can go right in the church's pocket.
But even still, like if you fundraise, say, to build a hospital and then you never build a hospital, like surely there should be some way of like being like, you have just stolen that money.
I mean, yeah, but they're not claiming to build hospitals.
No,
they're
but
claiming
like
to
even
like.
if they're saying we're going to build a center and then they don't, like.
Oh yeah, well, they can give like a million excuses or be like, it's there's no accountability except within the organization, and within the organization, any attempt to speak out against the organization results in extreme punishment.
Sure.
So you can see how that really hinders accountability. So.
Is this your way of telling me that this podcast is going to become a religion?
I wish. I mean, it was like, that's the thing. Like, there's multiple quotes from L. Ron Hubbard where he's saying, like, oh, the real way to make $1 million, like, working for a penny a word is bullshit.
Yeah.
The real way to make $1 million is to start your own religion.
Right. He said that, people still follow his religion.
Yeah, it's on record. I don't know, like, fucking, I don't know. So, I mean, and it seemed to be like he just went through all this trouble to get a tax-free way of making income and whatever, and having just a bunch of people do what he wanted them to do. And I mean, he's by all accounts potentially a psychopath or some kind of, or certainly a megalomaniac, a whatchamacallit, compulsive liar, all kinds of great stuff.
So he's the real legend.
Yeah, he's a legend. So actually, the reason I bring this up, I was doing this research and I was kind of like, oh, this might be fun to talk about because it would be fun to talk about Scientology. Yeah. Maybe Anna doesn't know about Scientology, so it'd be fun to like introduce her to the horrors of Scientology. So the real legend that I found out that involved in this,
apart from John Haggis or whatever his name was, Paul Haggis.
Paul Haggis.
I was going to say Jock Haggis, but that would have been very Scottish racism.
Yeah, and people have gotten out. Paul Haggis, Leah Remini, I don't know, a bunch of other celebrities, I'm sure. Maybe Will Smith, but not Beck. I think Beck is still a Scientologist. It's weird. Like, the musician Beck?
I don't really.
Oh, well.
So uncultured.
Ugh, I know, right? You just got to that part in the album where you found out why he was named Beck, and then you were like, well, forget it. Yeah, I don't know. He was apparently raised in the church and still Scientologist. I don't know. Whatever. Beck's great. Shut up. So the thing that really tickled me about the Xenu Wikipedia page, there was a paragraph at the bottom that said, it has been speculated the name derives from Xenu, an extraterrestrial comic book villain who first appeared in the story I Was a Slave to the Living Hulk.
By L. Ron Hubbard.
In Journey into Mystery number 62, November 1960.
Okay.
He was created by Jack Kirby.
Right.
Jack Kirby
Who is that?
is a legend.
Oh, okay.
He's the king. He's the king of comics. Jack Kirby created Captain America, the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Iron Man, the Hulk, the Black Panther. Like, all of these great comic book heroes, they're all created by Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby is also one of the finest comic book artists to ever live. Okay. He's so influential. The Eternals, this new movie that's coming out, that's created by Jack Kirby. Like, all these. So there's just
Wait, are you going to be linking all our future Patreon episodes to films that are coming out? Is that how this is
actually
going?
That just occurred to me that like that one of Kirby's greatest creations is the Eternals. Like, he did this Eternals, which was like this big space opera thing. And anyway, he also created Darkseid, which is a DC villain who was in the Justice League movie. And
so what we're hoping is that other creations of his are going to find their way into the mythology of cults.
I hope so. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just love this. Jack Kirby's one of my favorite. I honestly made a case that we name our kid Kirby. Like, like I was like, Kirby's a cool name, and then Jack Kirby's the best.
Oh, why not Jack?
Man, or Jack's lame.
I guess there's more common.
But Xenu is a giant, hairy, intergalactic criminal who escaped from a prison planet, traveled to Earth, and hypnotized the entire human population.
Oh, wow.
Upon Xenu's
Wait,
defeat
so
by...
L. Ron Hubbard is a science fiction writer, and yet he
Right.
didn't even come up with his own myth.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. Well, that just really lowers my opinion of him.
You're like, I was okay with all the cult stuff.
If you're
but
going to be
this-
a psychopath, at least have creative integrity about it.
Yeah, I found that hilarious. Xenu is also so I sent you in the chat, there's a link to a picture of Xenu.
Sorry, I took off my glasses because my headphones were squishing them into my head, but I've put them back on so I can have a look.
So Xenu is hilarious because he's a big, white, fluffy monster.
He looks like a
with
Yeti.
Yeah, but he's got no mouth, and he has a metal dome on his head.
Yeah.
Like, he looks insane, and he's only got 3 fingers. Like, I think I find this incredibly hilarious that L. Ron Hubbard stole from Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
To me, is hilarious because I don't know, because Kirby's like the best, and why wouldn't you steal? You gotta steal from the best.
Sure.
That's the key here. But yeah. Anyways, Xenu's still in comics too. He was in a run of Immortal Hulk recently, where he fought the Hulk.
Okay.
And at the behest of the Roxxon Corporation, they were trying to ruin the reputation of the Hulk, and they used him his hypnosis to convince people the Hulk was bad. So yeah.
One of his many crimes.
Yeah, Anyways, I don't know. I wanted to tell you about Scientology. I thought it would be fun.
Thanks for bringing that joy into my life.
Maybe not.
So,
I recommend the Going Clear documentary.
Okay.
This is maybe not our best episode, but
Well, I mean, wait till tomorrow. We're recording another. Wait, no, not tomorrow. Friday.
No, Friday. Yeah,
sorry.
that's gonna be bad tomorrow because I'm not showing up for that. It's Friday. So Xenu, creation myth of Scientology, Scientology scam.
Yeah.
It's called. I don't know. I've always been interested in like doing one of their personality tests, but I'm just like, what if they get me?
Yeah.
Like you see because you'll see them. They're like, oh, you want to come and do a free
It's
personality
like
test?
not
And I was
even
like,
once.
I kind of do, but I also want to I want to have somebody who's just like, I was like, okay, if I'm not on an hour, you have to run in and take me out.
Yeah.
It's like what if they get you? Because it is some of the auditing techniques are kind of related to hypnosis. It's like a self-hypnosis thing. You kind of enter into a trance state.
Yeah.
Because you'll often repeat the same thing over and over again. And the whole thing is insidious and diabolical and crazy. But so
And they must do something just in the personality test for you to come back. Because if you know it's Scientology,
right?
Yeah.
Well, but I mean,
even that first step seems sinister.
The thing is that the first step sounds totally reasonable. The first step is that's
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. Yeah, that's the classic comment trip is the first step is totally reasonable, and they get you to bend a little bit, and then $50,000 later, you're learning that this is all based on an intergalactic despot who blew up our planet with hydrogen bombs in volcanoes,
Millions
and then
of
put
years
souls
ago. Yeah.
in big theaters. In which the 2 islands is Hawaii and Las Palmas in the Canary Islands. So that's where the theaters were. So they were in nice locations.
Yeah.
Not that you got to really enjoy
the weather,
the scenery because you were inside a theater, but you get it. It's kind of nice. It's still nice to travel.
they had air conditioning.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that why you go to the movies? It's just cheap. It's $10 air conditioning or whatever, or actually more
Best
expensive than
summer
that, but
activity. Yeah.
it is. So yeah, I mean it's all true. So I would just
For sure.
the more I read it, I don't know. I would join.
Okay. So you mustn't take the personality test then. If the more the more you read it, you're like, hang on, this is actually plausible. You should definitely not go anywhere near the personality test.
When I was a kid, there was commercials on daytime TV for Dianetics.
Wow.
Yeah, so there'd be these commercials, but you didn't know. It didn't really tell you what the book was.
Yeah.
It was it would be all these questions do you ever feel sad? Page 85. What is our purpose in the universe? Page 93. Is professional wrestling real? Page 175. They were these weird commercials, and I'd be like, why is there a commercial for a book on? And it was so odd, and I always wanted to read it, but apparently it's a dreadful book. It's also fairly misogynistic.
Wait, from a bigamist? I'm shocked.
Yeah. No. What? Never. You're making it sound like this guy's all bad. Anyways, yeah, so it's a scam. So don't bother. People, don't get in if you've not looked into Scientology.
Don't start now.
Don't start, or just kind of like, listen to last podcast on the left had a 4 episodes series on L. Ron Hubbard that was really well researched and very interesting. There's the Going Clear documentary. I think there's a book that's also called Going Clear, which is all about Scientology and the history of Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard and all that stuff. And it's fascinating to read because it is he's an insane dude who lived like he was always lying and bigging himself up, like saying he did all these things, but even the reality of the things he did do are insane. Like, they're crazy. It's madness. And so and then the whole like structure of the church and everything they've done is just crazy. It's fascinating.
I mean, the fact that the information has been obtained by WikiLeaks, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but
how
I think
shady and opaque.
I think thankfully they're a religion on the wane. So because it's I think most people who have been like yikes. Yeah. No, thank you.
Well, I guess
you never know.
I guess the thing is, like, if you have to have a lot of money to do it, like there's probably a limited supply of people with the means who are actually worth targeting to them.
Yeah, but you get the low level people, and then they they sign the billionaire
servitude people. Yeah.
Yeah, they sign the billionaire contract, and it's like, well, they get theirs, they get it out in trade, right?
Right.
So maybe that's also how you keep the thing running. But I don't know. Also, one of the big Scientology headquarters, I think it's L.A. and then I think Clearwater, Florida, which is kind of near where my parents live. So maybe I'll go down there.
Oh God! Take them with you so they can supervise you. Are they credulous people? Your parents?
Probably just take Alice.
I'll take that as a yes then.
So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like that's so. If I don't come back from my Christmas vacation in Florida,
I'll know why.
That's probably what happened. Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
I'll just let you suffer there. I'll be like, no more podcasts.
Woo! Finally, I can get somebody else to co-host with me.
Indentured servitude.
Oh, come on.
When's the next episode out? No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay, so Matthew, would you say that Xenu is a personal hero / legend of yours?
You know what? I don't agree with everything he did, but you can't argue with the Galactic Confederacy. I mean, it's pretty great.
And as we've said, the nuclear pyrotechnics you would be on board with.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I think that was an inspired choice to put nuclear bombs in volcanoes.
Yeah.
So,
and clearly also a big fan of movies, this guy. So you have that in common.
True. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I think there's a lot of movies that if I just made people sit down and watch, it really would change their minds about a lot of things. But yeah, I think that I'm sad that the Galactic Confederacy has written off planet Earth. If anybody from the Galactic Confederacy is listening, give
us another chance.
Yeah, come on, check in. Just sign up to our Patreon, Galactic Confederacy. I mean, yeah, I think we've done a lot of growing. We're not perfect, but we could certainly use some help. And I can't imagine they're bad. I mean, no organization with Confederacy in their name was ever bad. I can't think of a single one.
Okay, I think it's time to stop now.
Anna, what do you think of Lord Xenu? Is he? Do you think it was a sufficiently epic tale?
It was pretty epic. I would say that the scale of the effect that the myth has had is pretty big.
Yeah, it's the time scale, right? It's huge.
Yeah,
we were 95 million years from start to finish.
And I mean, multiple sad souls. What it's not out of the question.
Right. You've how many sad souls do you think are in you right now?
Oh my God, this is a family friendly podcast, Matthew.
It really isn't, but I don't know where you got that idea. What
currently I'm hanging out with my best friend, so none.
Oh, that's nice of you. Is Danny there?
No, he's at hockey. I was just kidding. I was being facetious.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've got one sad soul, but it fills the whole thing. I don't need more than one. Yeah. I think the one is really doing me fine, personally. But well, if you feel the need to get rid of body thetans,
send us your money.
Yeah. Next time you feel tempted tempted to take a personality test with the Church of Scientology, instead,
Drop us
turn
an
that money
email.
to your favorite podcasters.
Yes.
We've got a Ko-fi. You can just send us that money right there.
We'll put it to better use.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, Anna, thanks for listening to this rambling nonsense.
Well,
that was,
Matthew, thank
poorly
you for
structured.
this rambling nonsense that you've provided us with this month. Yeah, it's been a journey of millions of years.
Yeah, and it brought us all the way back to where we are now. So thanks, Anna, and have an epic day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.